Hello everyone, welcome to Software Tea Hub. Here I am came up with MERN Full Stack Online Training Program. In this, I'm going to cover the topics like HTML, I can say HTML4, HTML5, CSS2, CSS3, RWD, which is, we'll call it as a responsive web design, Bootstrap, which is the framework based on the RWD. After that, I'm going to discuss about the JavaScript. After that, I'm going to discuss, even in the JavaScript, I'll go with the basics and advanced. Okay. Next on, after JavaScript, I'm going to start with the React. After React, I'm going to explain you about Redux. After Redux, I'm going to explain about Redux Toolkit. And then we'll start about Node.js. Till here, it is a web development program. Until React Toolkit, your web development programmer will be done. Programming will be done. Okay. And if you want to know about a backend also, so Node, Express.js, and MongoDB. MongoDB is nothing but it's a database. Okay, it's a database. Okay, Express.js is, I can say it's a database. Express.js is, in the Node, there is a concept. This is a Express.js is one of the concepts. So using this Express.js, you can create a REST APIs. That's the reason we are going to use this Express.js APIs. Okay. So how to get a data from server to front end to server, submit the request, retrieve the data from backend and everything. This is the course content in the sense course topics, what I'm going to cover in this MERN Stack program. It is a 3 months training program. Duration will be 3 months. Okay. And I'm going to give you weekly assignments and I'm going to give you interview questions and mock interviews will be there. If you have any questions on this particular course, you can reach me. I already shared my number here, 7075701589. Any questions, you can WhatsApp me, you can call me, or you can send a message in the Instagram, or you can send a message in the Telegram channel also. Okay. So let's get started. Here, for the demo purpose, I'm just recording this session just for on one of topic. Okay. I'm going to discuss about a React. For now, I'm going to give a demo on a React, a basic structure. Basically, React is a JavaScript library. Okay, React is a JavaScript library. I got a question in my mind. Sai, why we are calling this as a MERN stack? What is the main advantages with this? What is a market strategy? I mean, if I learn this MERN stack, how will I survive in the market? There will be some questions, right? So let me fulfill that questions first. So this is a MERN stack programming. If you don't know anything in the coding, if you don't have any coding experience, that's not a problem. It's from the scratch. I'm going to explain you from zero to you become a pro. Okay, and here this MERN stack, if you understand the JavaScript, see, if you understand the JavaScript, if you have a once you understand that, you can write a React programming. You can understand Redux and Redux programming. Node is also depends on the JavaScript only. So Express is also a JavaScript. Coming to MongoDB, it is nothing but JSON, JavaScript object notation. It is also depends on JavaScript. So with a single language, you can understand it, you can get a confidence on web development plus backend technologies like Express.js and MongoDB. Okay, and the current market for the full stack development with the MERN stack full stack, I can say, okay, MERN full stack, there is a lot of opportunities. Even if you're not interested to go with the backend, you can go until React Toolkit, React and Redux Toolkit. Until then, you can apply for a jobs. Current market, okay, there is a in a current market, this MERN stack is playing a game. You're trying to jump from one organization to other organization. This will help. If you want to change the platform, this will help. If you want to start your career, this will help. This MERN Stack will help. Okay, so let's back to the demo. So basically, React is a JavaScript library. So if I want to create with a React application, you need to understand the features of it. Why we need React? What is the main advantages with the React, right? So basically, I can give you a few examples in the sense, few features here. Okay, one is virtual DOM. Virtual DOM. There is a concept inside a React that is called virtual DOM. Basically, let me go to the browser and see. You need to understand about a front-end and back-end structure. Okay. Now, yeah. So first of all, if you understand this browser part, this is my browser. Let's assume how your front-end applications like HTML, CSS, JavaScript is working in the browser. Do you know why? Browser. I can say instead of browser, let's keep a name for it. It is nothing but Chrome. Okay, this is a Chrome browser. How your Chrome browser will understand this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? Because it's going to have an engine. I can keep a name for this engine. Okay, so for the Chrome, the engine is nothing but V8 engine. Okay, there is a concept called V8. You can't see that and you can't understand that. But what V8 engine will do when a HTML context is loading in the browser, I can say HTML, then this HTML will understand by the engine and it will understand it is a markup language. I need to show the display of it. So it will censor display black. It will execute it. Okay. Same way, if you're trying to run a JavaScript, if you're trying to write some CSS, let us say CSS, the engine will understand and it will show the output in the browser. Same as JavaScript. So if you go with the JavaScript, the engine will understand the JavaScript and execute it and it will show the output in the browser. So the main concept here is browser. So whatever you're trying to do, that browser need to understand. For that reason, we have an engine. So you can ask me a question, Sai, for Chrome, you're saying V8 engine, that's fine. Then what happened to the Firefox? The same V8 engine is there for the Firefox also. For same engine is there for the IE also, Internet Explorer. Nowadays, most of the people not seeing Internet Explorer and Firefox. But we need to know that, right? So for Firefox, we have a Spider Monkey. Engine name itself, Spider Monkey. For IE, we have Chakra, I think. I didn't remember the name, but it's called Chakra. Indian name, Chakra. These are the engines. Okay. So whenever you're trying to write JavaScript, HTML, or CSS, these engines will help us to understand those languages and shows the output in the browser. Okay. Now coming to the main point. So here the concept is JavaScript. So JavaScript browser will understand. Then how React will understand by the browser? There is a concept. There is a the package called Babel. There is an option called Babel. That Babel will help us to convert your React programming to JavaScript, and it will execute in the browser. So when it executing, okay, the React is executing. There is a few features here. Actually, I have a website. Let's example. I'm going to take a website for e-commerce. Okay, let's say Flipkart. It is a website. Okay, this website, if I try to develop this with HTML, CSS, and only with JavaScript. Okay, let's assume I got HTML pages. Maybe it can be a 25 pages. Let's assume roughly I got 25 pages. Okay, and script programming, JS code, I can say lines here. Lines. I'm getting 5,000 lines. Okay, I'm getting 5,000 lines. HTML code also, I'm getting more than 1,000 lines. See how, and I'm loading images. etc., etc. So whenever you're trying to write an e-commerce platform with HTML, CSS, and normal JavaScript, these are the pages and everything. And it's taking, when you hit www.flipkart.com, it's taking around, let us take example, 3 minutes. It's taking 3 minutes of time to load the web page, flipkart.com, because images you have, okay? You have HTML, you have JS, you have HTML, what is it, CSS, okay? Like that. You have a different problems there. Now, what React was do, okay? React is, the main feature in the React is code splitting. First point. Let's forget about the virtual DOM. I have a code splitting. There is a concept called code splitting. So what this code splitting will do, instead of creating code in a single page, like HTML code and CSS code and JavaScript code in a single page, this React will split our code into a parts. That parts we'll call it as a components. If you need a particular part, you can load only the particular part in your React, the particular component. Okay, let us take example, a small example. Suppose I have a product details page. Suppose I love, I saw a phone. Okay, let's go to the Flipkart. I'll go with the Flipkart. Okay, and I like the product. Let's example mobile phone or something, and I'm clicking on it. Okay, I'm going to this camera. I liked it. I clicked on it. This is my page. Let's assume this is my page. I want to develop this page using React. So if you see, there is a top header and menu, and I have a subheader, and I have a side menu and the context. This is the products list. Maybe products, I'll do an API call, I'll do an Ajax call, and I'll get that entire data, and I will show it in the React application, right? So now, if you see, if you count the components, one is header, one is sidebar, one is subheader, one is main body. I see 4 components here. That means 4 code splittings was happened. 4 components was developed here. So if you see that product details may, you have header component, side nav component, okay, footer, let's assume footer component, and body component, body content, okay, content component, okay, and I forgot header, subheader component. Okay, total I have 5 components here. Now I'm switching to another product. Let's example go to TV, something like MI. And if you observe the header, the subheader, the side menu, and everything is common, only the content is updated. Instead of mobile, I'm seeing what I'm saying. I'm saying just the products of TV, right? That is what React will do. So it will remove the parts of your code. I mean, it's not removing, it's creating a chunks of your code, and it's using whenever that particular component is required. Unnecessarily, we are not loading all the components. We are loading only the particular components for the particular page, what we require. That is what code splitting is. Okay. Now, the second part is virtual DOM. This is the most interesting and famous feature in React. Virtual DOM. Actually, if I showed you in this draw, I showed you a engines and the browser, right? And in the engine, I have a concept called DOM. Okay, there is a concept called DOM, which we'll call it as a document object model. That engine will have this document object model. So how to render this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript into the browser? This DOM will help us. So whenever you're writing a HTML and JavaScript, let us take example HTML. It will load your HTML as a tree structure. Okay, it will load your HTML as a tree structure. So how that DOM will understand we need to load this as a tree structure? Engine will execute that, right? So when this tree structure, that is the actual DOM. I can say here I'm splitting it into the 2 parts in the React. I'm going it is there is only one DOM in your browser. That is what actual DOM, right? Original DOM, I can say. If you call me Sai, I'm the original person. someone say I'm a clone of Sai, that is not a original one, right? Okay, like that, it is the DOM clone or actual DOM. We can call it as an actual DOM. So what React was did, okay, what React was did, they created a virtual DOM. Once you load a React in your browser, right, it will create a virtual DOM. So DOM, virtual DOM it will create. So now what I'll do, let me remove everything, but keep this in your mind. Maybe if we require, we will use that. So basically what DOM will do, DOM is nothing but a tree structure. So if I take a HTML like this is my body tag. Okay, let us take example that is a HTML tag. This is the body, head, and this is the body. Okay, and inside body I have something like body. Let's give the names first. This is my HTML tag. This is my head tag. Okay, head, and this is my body tag. Okay, inside body, whatever the tags you want, you can use it here. Okay, now let us example. This is my head tag. Okay, and I'm going to take another body. I mean another part which is called side nav or something like that. I'll say nav. And I'm going to take a one more. I'll call it as a main content. Okay, main content like this. Now try to connect everything. So from here to here I'm connecting. So it's a part of HTML only. From HTML to body, it's a tree. It's a part of HTML only. Now from body, I have a header tag. I have a nav tag, and I have third one, main content. So this is what a tree structure means. You understand, right? So if you say, Sai, if it is a tree structure, how can you say it is a tree structure? Okay, let's deeply understand the actual DOM. Okay, let me put a name here. It is actual or real DOM. Okay, let's keep that in mind. It's an actual or real DOM. Now, what happened exactly? See, if I say main content, what is the parent of main content? Body, right? What is the parent of body? HTML. If I say, what is the super parent of main content? Then I can say HTML. That is what a tree, right? If I say Sai, my father is nothing but body. If I say grandfather, which is father of my father, that means HTML. That is what a tree structure is. Am I right? Okay. So that is what a tree structure is. Now what React will do, when React will load in the browser, then immediately React will create a virtual DOM or clone of it. I can say virtual DOM. Then it's replicating same actual DOM into the virtual DOM as well. Let's make it a group, copy, paste. Sorry, I'll select this, right click, copy styles, paste it. Let's create a separate virtual DOM for it. It's loaded as a virtual DOM. Then this React is having another two algorithms. Those two algorithms we can call, one is reconciliation. Okay, reconciliation. Another one is diffing. Very important interview question. What is the diffing and reconciliation algorithms? Okay, what it will do, what React will do, whenever you're trying to do some changes in your code, okay, then immediately the virtual DOM, okay, this virtual DOM will check with your actual DOM. Let us take example. Here I have something like in the main content, right? I have a username. I'm giving a small example, Sai. Now, in this virtual DOM, if it is the same like username is equal to Sai, then there is no change between virtual DOM and actual DOM. Then diffing algorithm will check that. Do we have any difference from the virtual DOM and actual DOM? No, there is no difference. Then it will not re-execute. The browser will not re-execute. The changes will not render here. Understand? Now, there is a change inside the main content only. Instead of Sai, I updated to John. I just updated the main content from username to John. Then virtual DOM will compare with actual DOM. Then with entire tree structure like HTML, body, head, and everything, then it found in the diffing algorithm, it found a difference between a main content from virtual DOM to actual DOM. Then what will happen? Okay, then what will happen? This main content will be triggered. Okay, the main content, okay, it is background. Let me go to the blue and it's going to be fill. Okay, let me give yellow. That main content is found, there is a difference. Then only that main content matters. That only that main content will update to the actual. Only that main content will update the actual. It will not matching the entire tree structure. It's only matching the main content. Yes, there is a change, then only the particular component will update to the actual DOM. Instead of updating the entire HTML, it's just updating the main content. Then obviously performance will be improved, right? So finding the difference is diffing algorithm. Updating the exact that particular component is nothing but reconciliation. It's reconciliating. Okay, now what will happen once it is updated? It will go to the John. Instead of Sai, it will update to John. That is what virtual DOM will do. Virtual DOM, we have a two important concepts. One is reconciliation, one is a diffing algorithm. These two are algorithms. So this is what actually this React having a one of the best future, I can say. Okay. Third one. So first one we discussed about a code splitting. Second one is virtual DOM concept. Inside we discussed about a diffing and diffing algorithm. Okay, algorithm and reconciliation. Reconciliation. Okay, reconciliation. Okay. Next, another one is JSX, JavaScript XML. XML. Okay, means suppose if you want to write a JavaScript, a HTML tag in a JavaScript and you want to render into the browser, then what you will do? Let me comment it till now because it is a HTML element. Let me cut it. Control X. I'll give HTML. No, it is. I'm not writing in the correct page. I can say here I need to write HTML. Okay, here I'm writing a script. And if you want to write a particular element, if you want to create a div element and write some, or else H1 or write some text inside it, then what you do? Constant H1 is equal to document dot create element. Create element of H1. Like this, you need to write it up. And inside you need to write H1 dot inner text is equal to, I can say hello world. Okay. How complex it is? If you want to add, suppose I want to use a username, say constant user is equal to, I can say Sai. Okay, I want to add this Sai hello world instead of world, I want to add a Sai here. Then I want to add the dynamic variable here. Then what should we do? I need to do plus user. If you want to add another text after that, you need to give a plus again and add some more text here. Like that, how you will write it is not a good practice. I mean, not good practice. For look and feel, it's not that much good. Olden days, we did that actually. Now we have a concept called backtick in JavaScript. Instead of writing like this, you have a concept called backtick, which is nothing but templating language. Then I can say hello dollar expression. So here you're using an expression here, and inside I'm going to say user. So hello Sai will be there. Output will be hello Sai. Keeping in this in mind, to make our HTML this much simple, then React came up with a picture called JSX, JavaScript XML. So whenever you're writing your React component, inside you write HTML just like your HTML page only, not like JavaScript, like create element, div, paragraph, not like that. It will directly write whatever you want to write. That is what JSX, templating language. Okay, that is what the main advantage here. So these are the basic common, not common, one of the best features in React. and still we have a lot more. Okay, in the code splitting concept, we have a lot more. Like hooks is there, custom hooks, error boundaries, HOCs, higher order components. We can do a lot of things here. Okay, so I'm closing this demo here. Okay, so if you have any questions, if you can reach me, okay, on this course, you can reach me and you can ask me any type of questions. No issues. Okay, anytime, ping me at least WhatsApp me if you need more information. And the sessions demo will start from October 4th at 6:30 a.m. Okay, please subscribe my channel. Okay, for the latest updates. Thank you.